Do you ever feel like you can't focus on one task? Your mind is thinking about so many different things and you feel like you're getting pulled in so many different directions. You might be always planning ahead for the future. What's gonna happen today, next week, next year at the same time. You might be wondering how you're going to get all your work finished, go to the gym, and make it home by 6 o'clock to start cooking dinner. Our thoughts are relentless and they are constantly fighting against each other to grab our attention. I feel like most of the time our stress, unhappiness, dissatisfaction in life does not come from an external factor, rather comes from our chaotic and disorganized mind. And most of the time our thoughts go along with our emotions, and without a clear mind we are not able to see our reality and we are not able to appreciate it for what it is. So this is one of the reasons why detoxifying your mind is so important. It emphasizes the importance of getting rid of clutter in our lives and intentionally promoting the things we value most and removing everything else that distracts us from it. And it helps us with our mental clarity. Just as clutter in our physical space can have a negative impact on us, I think mental clutter can also be very distracting, make us feel overwhelmed, stressed, and prevent us from thinking clearly. As important is to declutter our physical space, I think it is just as important to look within and also declutter our mind as well. I realize that this is not an easy task, and no matter how much I try, I don't think that I can completely get rid of all the noise in my mind. With that being said, I found there are some techniques which can help you to reduce the noise and simplify and manage the things which is going on in our chaotic and disorganized mind, so that we can take a step in managing our mind well. It is estimated that we make about 35 conscious decisions every day. Each decision carries consequences, either good or bad. But so caught up in the desire to make the right decision that I end up not making a decision, which wastes a lot of my time and also my mental space. When we constantly put off making decisions, our brain becomes overwhelmed and cluttered by the difference. I found in most cases that it's better to make the wrong decision and learn from it than do not make a decision at all. I often get options and pending decisions. Decision making is real, and this is something I'm learning and taking it very seriously. It's so much easier to push off a decision or making it to somebody else or just wait for the perfect timing. However, this really works against us because it does not get rid of the task at hand, and by prolonging it, now we are carrying the burden of a pending decision, and it just becomes more of a weight. Whether I am taking a life-changing decision for myself or I am just deciding what to eat for dinner. It's more important to not procrastinate, not to prolong it, and just come to the best decision that I can at the moment with all the information that I have. And that is the best thing I can do. I don't think there is such a thing as a wrong decision as long as I learn from it and make better decisions moving forward. Well, there is no harm in occasional multitasking. The constant juggle between tasks limit our attention span and our capacity to perform both tasks successfully. Trying to multitask can actually work against us, and it can be a huge waste of time. Whenever I try to do multiple things at once, I notice that it always lowers my performance and efficiency, and I end up having to redo it all over again, and it ends up taking way longer than I had originally planned. I think it's important that we focus on one thing at a time, one task at a time, especially with more complex activities that require more of our effort. So it's very important to give your attention and focus on that thing so that we are not feeling like our brain is running behind with so many things. Prioritizing just means that we are arranging our tasks, activities, thoughts in order of importance relative to each other. I think this is really a great way to actively take charge of our lives by emphasizing what is most valuable to us and not focusing so much on the rest. In order to do this, we need to first figure out what is most important to us and what matters to you the most. What are your goals and aspirations? What you are not willing to give up? These questions may seem complex and difficult to answer, but we all ask ourselves these questions in one form or another. I think it's more about paying attention to them and putting them first before anything else. Once we understand our top priorities, we can make sure that our action decisions reflect the priorities that we set. Please note our priority change as we grow older or go through different lifestyle and different phase in our life, and that's totally fine as long as we keep on checking it with ourselves and as long as our priority list is still serving us through the process of prioritizing. And I'm noticing that I can just narrow down my thoughts so that I can really focus on the things that are really more important for me. When I'm consistent with journaling, I always feel much lighter and freer. It's like taking a big exhale. And the hardest part is really just getting started and making a part of my routine. So when I do start writing, opening up my journal, then I notice that I have so many things to say. And it shows that how much I'm holding in on a regular basis. So if I did not have an outlet like journaling, then it can start burden on my mind, the burden of thoughts, and it can start to feel heavy. Physically writing down my thoughts, emotions, and mental clutter on a paper feels like I'm emptying my mind. This frees up my mind for other mental activities to manage stress better, to make better decisions, and to think more clearly. Journaling is a great way to relax our minds, but more importantly, it gives a chance to analyze and organize our thoughts. Through the process, we can get to know ourselves better, identify our needs, fears, concerns so that we can move on, let go, and grow into the person we want to become. The expectations that we set for ourselves are holding us back and limiting us from all the possibility of our reality. Eliminating unnecessary thoughts and fears help reduce stress and frees up our mental space. All the disappointments in the past came from something or someone not meeting up to my expectations, and I guess this is my way of control. I like to control the outcome, the people, and myself. But it's not realistic, and also I'm missing out on all the wonderful details that I'm not seeing because I'm so obsessed with what I want to see. We can choose to feel disappointment or anxiety because things did not turn out the way we had expected, or we can choose to open our minds to all the possibilities and accept life spontaneity. In order to achieve a focused and a clear state of mind, it's really important for us to become aware of what is occupying in our mind, just like a physical space. And we should really make a habit or a routine of detoxifying our brain. Even if we can't see it, we should be able to feel it. So thank you so much guys for watching today's video. I hope it was helpful, and if you really like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I make a new video every Tuesday on self-growth, lifestyle, and conscious living. So thank you so much for your time and support. I really appreciate that. Until next time, take care. Bye.